Hey there friends, how's it going? My name is Lightmage8 coming at you with a good update for Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16, as you know, we only got one trailer, a newsletter that had the age rating of the 18, and then we have the website which has some characters and some of the regions. Then I think Square Enix messed up. Yeah, that same Final Fantasy 16 where we only had one trailer. And that was it, basically, and the other stuff, of course. But yeah, it's apparently in the final... we're at the finale of the development, says Yoshi P. Yoshi P is directing FF16. Now, is this good news? Of course it is. It's actually pretty great news. I don't know when we are gonna get it, but most likely I believe it may finish possibly this year. Development, of course. But will it release this year? I have no idea. But I'll get to that more later on. But of course, shout out to RPG site. I will leave a link down below where you guys can go check out their tweet and read their article. So that's great. So as you can see right here, there was an apparent interview with Yoshi P, and there was a little bit of FF16 stuff, not a lot, just this entire thing right here. So now we're at the finale of the new game Final Fantasy 16's development. Yoshi P, Yoshida, says in the interview, which has been translated, of course. So he says, we aim for FF16 to have a better unison in story and gaming experience as a single player game. He continues, unlike an online game, he's of course referring to FF14 I want to say, that depicts multiple players simultaneously, FF16 will focus on individuals, so the state of immersion into the story will be different. I feel like the story will be very deep. That's very good. So deep story, very good. I hope this will bring back the past enthusiasm to people who grew up to adults, got to know society, thought real life is not easy like a game, and went away from Final Fantasy. I'm creating it while having that thought. So he's actually bringing quite a lot of dark, well, not dark, but very just real life situations into this thing. So my idea is that NPCs are gonna have, like, I don't know, tax problems or something, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's gonna be very interesting. So he's alluding to how people as adults have grown up and they realize life isn't that easy. And I of course know what that is like. Life is not the easiest, but there are some glimpses of light in life, and I think that's the entire story of Clive. He was a guy who was so happy, and then he grew up and then he became sad. I think that is what Clive is going through in FF16. So it's very interesting. It's gonna be very dark, most likely deep, of course, and most likely there's gonna be a lot of societal problems. There's gonna be a lot of weird stuff that's pretty realistic and probably a bit too real for some people, but we'll see how it is when we actually get it. Now I want to talk about the NPC stuff. So a lot of people actually just thought it's gonna, like, I personally think that there's gonna be a lot of NPCs in this game. That's just my thought, because, like, again, he said multiplayer game, there's a lot of players there, so it feels like you with a lot of people, but this will have only one person. But I'm sure there will be NPCs there to make the towns and places you visit very lively. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. More places like Alticia in more regions, please. That's basically what I want. Just something like that, but much more, of course. Now we come to the interesting factor of release date. Now, they don't say how far is finale. Like, they could just have started the final parts of the finale of working on the game, but they could also be at the very end. So I most likely think latest they will finish the game or make the game go gold technically. Possibly September to late October. That's just my guess. I don't know how gaming works. It's just my estimate. But yeah, that's probably September to late October. Then I'm sure they'll reveal a trailer before that, and then we'll just get a release date of early 2023. Now, when it comes to early 2023, I think that's a very likely case because quite a bit of Square Enix stuff, like big titles, release early in the year, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3. Final Fantasy 15 was the one big game that released like late in the year, but of course that could also still happen, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm more confident in saying that we may get this game next year in March. I want to say March because again, my birthday month, that was great. I would love for the 23rd birthday of mine to be Final Fantasy 16, and even now, Final Fantasy Origins Strangers of Paradise released in March, so most likely it's gonna be releasing in March. That's just my estimate, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my thought. Latest I would say is probably mid 2023. That is of course if they make the game go gold this year. Do promotional stuff. Do I think it's gonna come to in 2022? Most likely not. It's still possible, but I feel more confident in a March 2023 release because, hey, that's just my perspective. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it'll come out this year? Do you think it's gonna come out next year? Which month do you think it's gonna come? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends because sharing is current. And most importantly, subscribe to become my fellow lightning bolt. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. And as always, this is the Lightning 8. Blaze out.